Chapter 8, Surrender Q&A. Bev, this chapter is about surrender, and after reading the story about taking your son shopping, then abandoning the idea and surrendering to what is, it left me feeling that surrender is also about giving yourself permission to make a new choice in that moment.
Absolutely. And not judging yourself for the choice you're going back on. Because so often we feel, no, I decided and we're getting it done. No matter what it takes, we are going to finish this. And at what expense? The expense of peace, of centering, of calmness, of love, of enjoyment, of company, etc. And at the expense of the humility of the child, and at the expense of their grace, at the expense of screaming at them in front of people, you will just behave, it's not going to take long. And so what? Because you feel you decided, so you must stick by it. I see it so often. You see it so often. We all do. We're in the stores and we see people dragging children through a shopping expedition. And I can understand sometimes you just don't have the resources of anyone to take care of the kid, and you have to go and you need to get things done. I appreciate that completely. But then there has to be a place where you can go somewhere in that store and say, you know what, the kid's struggling. This child is in crisis, and I need to just take a breath for a moment, because so often I find if you just take a breath for a moment and center and make the child feel safe, contained, loved, and unjudged, they can go again. But you have to surrender that animosity and frustration. This child is causing me an inconvenience. This is your child.
So does surrender equal giving up control?
No, it's choosing a new control. It's choosing a new direction. It's giving up the fact that perhaps you can't control how it has come to that point where it's no longer working on that decision. But you have to have a plan B, C, and D in life, and even more so in parenting. You just don't know what's going to happen. You can have the most fantastic day planned, and the child goes and climbs on the jungle gym on the tree or whatever it is and slips out, boom, and the arm's broken. You know, just you better have plan B for the other children and for your day and etc. Things happen. But if you take a child and you've decided you're going to do X, Y, and Z, and you've got 3 children, and off you go, and it's ideal. They all twaddle off behind you. Everything goes well. There's nothing that holds you back, and everyone's happy and awake and not hungry, doesn't need the toilet, isn't thirsty, etc. Oh, yeah, you know, I've seen that happen in Hollywood all the time. But in the real world where we live currently, things come to corrupt the day and the plans and etc. And surrender is very much about saying, I have an intention and a plan here. It would be great if it worked out. But if it doesn't work out, we'll find a new solution. And it is not about me being weak. It's not about me giving in. It's not about me surrendering control. It's about me saying I still choose to contain the situation and choose a new direction. This one is no longer working.
Is learning when to surrender about trusting your own intuition?
Absolutely about trusting your own intuition and your feeling about, well, this is not really likely to work out. But it's also about awareness, just watching the situation, watching what's going on and going, I'm not completely unaware that this is not headed in the right direction anymore. You don't have to be a great grandmaster chess player to play a few steps ahead and know where something's headed. You know, we see when children they're first playing on the carpet, then they're on the couch, and then they're on the table, and now they're on the windowsill. Where they're going next, you know, they can't fly. So it doesn't take a genius to figure out where this is headed, and you might want to change the intention or the plan, etc. So yes, intuition's a big part, but basic awareness also.
Great. Thanks, Bev. Join us again in Chapter 9.